Okay, behind every great bot has got to be a guy with a remote control, and this is Victor, and this is his R2D2. Victor, how are you today?
Doing good, thank you.
So how does a guy get into having his own bot?
Well, it starts off by loving the character R2D2. So when you're a little kid and you see the movie and you think, oh, that's the neatest thing I've ever seen, and then you become an adult and you find out there's a club that builds these things, you start to go a little nuts and you think about building one yourself.
So how many people are in this club where you guys build these things?
Well, there's actually probably thousands in the club. How many are actively building? Many hundreds, I'd say, around the world. So it's an international club.
And how long ago did you build R2?
I finished him in 2007. I started him in 2005, so he took almost 2 years to build. So he's been done for almost 3 years now.
And I'm sure our friends at home want to know, how much does it cost to build your own R2D2?
I started to keep track of it, and it got too depressing. So after a while, I stopped keeping track. But it's safe to say it's well into the 4 digits.
Okay, so you bring him out to conventions, things like this. You get to show him off to the people who probably love the character just as much as you do. So when you're not at the convention, what does a guy do with his R2D2 robot?
Mostly what I do is charitable events. So I take him to children's hospitals, or the American Cancer Society will do a fundraiser, or he's visited grade schools, things like that. So mostly charitable events.
And do you ever get, I would assume that reaction of those little kids the first time that they see something like this, that after they've seen it on the big screen, what's that kind of reaction that?
They love him. They get all excited. You always hear R2D2, R2D2, and actually the adults respond in a very similar way, so everybody likes that character.
You have a, kind of like a best all-time story about a fan that saw your R2D2?
Probably visiting sick children in the hospital. I was told by somebody who was caring for this one girl that was pretty ill that she was just so happy that day, and the guy took me aside and he said, "This is the happiest I've seen her in a long time," and that really touched me. Wow. So yeah, when you make somebody's day a little brighter, bringing this out, it's really worthwhile.
What a great use for your hobby, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like I say, he's universally liked, and when you can do some good work with it, it makes it all the better.
Victor, thanks for sharing your bot with us today, right? And you saw it here live at Comicon. We're Stylin, Stylin Online.